A lot has happened since the last time I made a video. We are heading towards the end of September, which has been a very technology packed month. I've got over 20 subscribers, and that is quite impressive in my opinion. I have only 13 videos and I've almost double that number when it comes to subscribers. I don't think many people can boast that achievement. Some people have 100 videos and they haven't got 100 subscribers. I've got 13 videos, I have 24 subscribers. So I'm really grateful to those of you who have dedicated or made the decision to keep watching my videos. I hope I keep making better videos and provide you with useful information. So let's get to it. This month, the biggest news in technology was the iPhone 11, 11 Pro and 11 Pro Max. Apple added some new features to their phone, and for the iPhone XR, which was released last year, the next version was called the iPhone 11. I think this is a marketing strategy to stop people from thinking like they are buying a lesser version of an iPhone, or to think that they are buying the latest iPhone, because it won't be called 11R. It's actually called iPhone 11. That means that is the main iPhone of the year. And for the 10s and 10s Max, Apple is calling their next versions 11 Pro and 11 Pro Max. The differences between last year's models and this year's models is they added some new cameras and some new colors. So for the iPhone 11, we now have a second camera. The iPhone XR had just one camera. This year there are two cameras on the back, an ultra wide angle camera and a normal wide camera. Android phones have had ultra wide cameras for some time now. It's just that Samsung got theirs this year, but phones like LG have been doing it since I think 4 years ago in 2015 and 2016 with their V series and G series. But then other manufacturers also started catching on to this trend, and I think people wouldn't use the portrait mode more than the ultra wide. I think ultra wide has more usefulness. In a case where a student is sitting in front of the class and would like to capture whatever is being displayed in front of the class, but happens to be too close to the image, the ultra wide would help capture most of the information needed. Unlike the portrait mode, where it helps you get closer to objects. I think people use that less than they would use an ultra wide.
Apple also did something better than others, and that is for the multiple camera system. We don't really notice differences between them. Other companies have implemented these three camera systems, and then you realize that whenever you take a picture with a different camera, it looks a bit different, but then with this one it looks quite nice.
The iPhone 11 Pro and Pro Max is actually called Pro, which means professional, just because they added the ultra wide camera. I don't think that is a good enough reason. They haven't really made that much improvements to the camera that makes it for professionals. For instance, they added the feature where you long press on the shutter button, just like in Instagram or Facebook, and then it begins to record a video. I don't think this is something that makes it pro in any way, but then just improve the usability of the iPhone. I also heard that you don't even have settings for you in the camera app where you can choose the image quality and other settings that professionals would actually like to change.
You have to go to the settings app to be able to change settings for the camera. That is just horrible. On any Android phone, you just open the camera and there you have your settings. You can set the video quality you want, you can set the photo quality you want, HDR, anything. You can just change it from the camera app. But with Apple's iPhone, you actually have to go to the settings to be able to change it, and I don't think that is quite intuitive. Apple should have thought more about this and made it better.
I don't think there is an option where you can record raw video or record manual videos like a pro would like to do. You can do those on the Pro phones like the LG V10, V20 and the rest of the V series. So I think Apple, in their efforts to find a new naming scheme, didn't get it right by calling it an iPhone 11 Pro. I think a better name would be something like an iPhone 11s and an 11 Plus, so that the iPhone 11 Pro, which is actually smaller than the iPhone 11, would have the S, which means small, and the Plus, which means it's a bigger size. And I think that's a better naming scheme. So Apple, if you're watching this, you should take this from me and then find a better naming scheme next time. Also, Apple stuck with the Lightning port and I think many pros will not be able to make good use of that. Most pros would like to have maybe a USB Type-C, which allows them to connect freely between their laptops or connect it to even bigger displays to be able to edit their photos and videos. So Apple has a lot to do before they can call this an 11 Pro. But there's something impressive Apple also did.
The iPhone 11 is actually cheaper than the iPhone 10R when it was released. iPhone 10R was $750 or $749.99, but the iPhone 11 is $699. That's $700 or $50 cheaper than the iPhone 10R. And I think this is something that Apple has never done before, releasing the next version of a phone and making it cheaper. And this phone is actually having more features than the previous one, but then it's cheaper than the previous one. That's actually a great move. I think Apple is now realizing that they don't have the kind of monopoly they had in previous years when they were just the best, right out the best. And now they are realizing the competition has gotten way better and they can't get away with giving us just ridiculous prices, because there are way better phones nowadays. And then you need a bit more to be able to convince people to spend more to buy your phone. So now Apple reducing their price is quite good. $700 is not cheap in any way, but then it's a move in the right direction. For Apple to reduce their price, that means they are acknowledging the competition. They want more people to buy their phones, unlike previously where they just give any price because they know they are the best, and then people will still buy it. People will sleep at their stores waiting for the store to open to buy an iPhone. I don't think that is the issue anymore. People are now realizing that there are better phones than iPhones. Apple is not really the best in anything for now.
Apple also improved the display of the phone, and they are calling this Super XDR or Super Extended Dynamic Range. They've improved how many colors the camera can capture, and improve the total dynamic range of their cameras. So when you're recording videos, there won't be parts that will be blown out or they will look too white, but then you see the actual colors and the overall video and picture quality. Many people say iPhones are the best for video recording, but I actually think if you can't do manual video, then you can't call yourself the best, because there are phones that allow you to tweak every setting of the video and even record raw videos, and the pros know what I mean when I say raw videos. So those phones are the ones that are meant for pros, but the iPhone 11 has some miles to go, like I've already said, before they can actually call it a pro. Okay, so that's it for the iPhone. Apple also released entry-level iPad. The entry-level iPad will have a 10.2-inch display, and the price will start at $330. The iPad is not having the best specs in the world, but it's for those who want to get an iPad but don't have the money to buy the Pro versions, which are around $1,000. So I think that would be better. Now the next big thing that happened is Huawei actually released a new phone, and that's the Huawei Mate 30 and 30 Pro. The thing is, I've already spoken about the Huawei ban, where the US government banned US companies from associating with some Chinese companies, and one of those companies is Huawei. So with the release of this phone, as we expected, Huawei was not able to have any Google services. The phone actually has Android because Android is an open source operating system, so Google can't really restrict anyone from using that operating system. But the Google services are not on the phone. So on the phone, Huawei has actually launched their own kind of Play Store, so an app store where you can download the apps you need, but there are very few apps over there. The Play Store has millions of apps, but their new App Store has, I think, 45,000 or 450,000 apps, which are few compared to the amount of apps you get on the Play Store. There won't be any apps on it like Chrome, but then they've been able to work around those little apps. But I think the major downside or the biggest deal breaker on the Huawei Mate 30 and Mate 30 Pro is the fact that there are no official Google Play services. So it will slow them down even in giving security updates, but then Huawei doesn't give them that often, and I don't think this is going to be a good thing for Huawei, because without Google Play services, the phone is almost unusable. You may buy it and you think you'll be able to deal with it, but after some time you realize that is not true. You'll not be able to deal with not having the Play Store on your phone. It will be quite difficult to use a phone, especially an Android phone without the Google Play Store. But then you can download app APKs online, so there's a good workaround for the users. The Huawei Mate 30 will have the premium prices as usual, $1,000 and above, but nothing has really been confirmed now. But the cameras from the reviews we've seen are very good, so if you just want to buy for the cameras, you're welcome to do so. I wouldn't recommend it. The Apple iPhone also has been released, with the 11 being $699, which is $700 basically. The iPhone 11 Pro, which is $999, so $1,000 basically. And the other one is the iPhone 11 Pro Max, which goes for $1,099, so $1,100. So that's all I wanted to share with you. There's a new iPhone in town, and if you're into the iOS ecosystem and you can't switch, I think that's the best phone you can buy this year if you want to upgrade. But if you're using iPhone 10, 10R, I don't think you should really buy this one. But then if you're coming from an older iPhone, maybe iPhone 8, coming from iPhone 5, like a very old iPhone, and then you have the money to upgrade, I don't think you'll be going wrong with the iPhone 11. Even if you are coming from a big phone and you come to the iPhone 11, it actually has a bigger screen than the iPhone 11 Pro. There are some downsides with the display, but if you are coming from the older iPhones, you'll not even notice. You think you have the best there is. So I think that's all I have for now. Thank you for watching. I hope my video has been educative and informative. So subscribe, leave a comment. If there's anything you think I left out, just leave a comment so I can check it out and maybe update myself. You can check me out on my social media platforms. Subscribe if you want to see more videos. Like, and you see me in the next one. Bye.